firstly, the reason we are now the Brolosophy podcast is because I've shut AdventureFit down. So I think it's a unique position to be in, where you have one of the coolest companies in the world. The brand is growing really well. The product's awesome, and you shut it down. But I guess that's what happened. And yeah, so the reason I am shutting AdventureFit down, and this is nice for me to get off my chest, I guess, because I made the decision in December of last year, and what is it now? It's 2nd of August. I made the decision in December, so it was more than 6 months ago, 7 or 8 months. And then it was just about slowly, wrapping everything up. We had some trips to run. I didn't want anything, looking untoward. I didn't want to, splutter off into a final couple of trips. I wanted everything all guns blazing and nothing really to change. And the last adventure fitters that we had, I wanted them to have an amazing time and so forth. But yeah, so 8 months ago, whatever, I guess, I got to the point where I'd started another company, and that company is called Athena. And me and my buddy Drew, Drew's wife Mads had a lot to do with it as well, but me and my buddy Drew started a new company, an outsourcing agency. So basically taking really talented people from all over the world and plugging them into our clients' businesses. Yeah, that kind of came out of nowhere, but after a few conversations back and forth and so forth, I proposed to Drew that we go into business together, and he totally agreed. He said, "Let's do it. There's an opportunity there," and we shook hands. We had some Mexican food. It was over tacos and beers in Byron Bay. We shook hands and we went into business together. So what happened then was, that was probably about a year ago, probably August. What happened then was I realised that I was now the founder of 2 companies and a large, really organisationally and day to day, I had a huge part in running them both. So AdventureFit was obviously my baby, and I was the CEO there, and I had full control of things and full responsibilities. And then obviously I have Drew, and now I have Mads, his wife, with Athena, but still the responsibilities were there, and it was quite, I was pretty involved. So, and now I'm CEO of Athena. So it became pretty clear to me after a few months of operating and after spending 7 or 8 days up at Drew's place going really deep on Athena, it became very clear to me that one business model was really, really great, and I really enjoyed the idea of it, and one business model was really, really not great, and it was really tough. So rather than be, try and be a multi-time, successful entrepreneur, and I'm not saying AdventureFit wasn't successful, but rather than carrying on and trying to run 2 companies, I decided that it was best to scale it back and focus in on one. I feel like, we have so many options in this life, so many options, and I had the option to do something that was really amazing, which was AdventureFit, and to carry that on and to continue to grow it and so on and so forth. And then I had the opportunity to go into business and start a business that really helps business owners, helps them get time back in their life and scale their business and so forth. But you also have to be realistic. I had 2 companies that were really great, one really promising, I should say, and one that was really great, but it was hard work. And I feel like I didn't want to be somebody that ran 2 companies. I didn't need 2 things to get me out of bed. I didn't need 2 things to be passionate about. I didn't need 2 things to be successful at. I planned to bounce out of bed, and I plan to be passionate about Athena, and I plan to be successful at Athena. I just think having both Athena and AdventureFit was probably not going to be realistic. So, yeah, for the people listening, I'm sure there's people out there that really don't give a fuck about this at all. Those people may have already turned off, but yeah, there's probably some people out there that this comes as a shock, or it saddens some people because, yeah, I think that's reasonable. I think AdventureFit was a wholly and solely positive impact on the world, and I guess I'm going to really miss being able to really positively impact people's lives in that way.